Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I deliberately limited the details on in my ministerial statement this morning on this aspect of the visit and the various memoranda of understanding that were signed at Honiara. This one, Mr. Speaker, sir, is about the deployment of security personnel between the Republic of Fiji and the Solomon Islands. On the 9th of September, on the margins of the fifth leaders meeting in Honiara, this MOU was signed to support the government of the Solomon Islands in maintaining public safety and order, particularly during high-risk national events, including the conduct of their general elections and other national security operations. The signing was authorized by a cabinet memorandum that was brought up by the Minister for Defense and Veterans Affairs, which gave us the freedom to go and sign the MOU. As we understand, Mr. Speaker, sir, and may I first of all thank all those members of Parliament who are wearing their poppies today, being the 1st of October, and they will come off on the 11th of November. When I was in the Solomon, I visited the graves of those soldiers that fell in the Solomon and whose remains are still there. There were 5 of them. It now includes another grave that where Mr. Balkana, the late Balkana, rests. Balkana was prominent in the independence of the Solomon Islands. He wrote the first, the national anthem of the Solomon Islands and its music. So they lie together there, the 6 of them, and I visited them. And that underlines the depth of our association and feelings that we have for one another. The deep and enduring bond grounded in our Pacific identity and our history of regional cooperation. The Solomon Islands, like many of our neighbors, has faced complex internal challenges over time, including periods of civil unrest and instability. Fortunately for all of us, Mr. Speaker, sir, we now have the Black Rock training establishment in Nandi, where we can extend the opportunities for regional police forces and paramilitary forces to come and train with our own in anticipation of joint forces operating together in another place for interoperability training that can be carried out in the Black Rock establishment in Nandi. Fiji has previously contributed to regional peacekeeping in the Solomon Islands through our participation in Ramsey from 2003 to 2017. I was fortunate to have been asked by yourselves, Mr. Speaker, sir, when you were our representative in the Court of St. James, on the invitation of the then Secretary General of the Commonwealth to be his special envoy to talk peace in the Solomon. That resulted in the deployment of the Regional Assistance Mission to the Solomon Islands. It has built a great association, great friendship, and it supports and reaffirms our shared vision for a secure and stable Blue Pacific continent. The training together, or joint training in Fiji, would add to that also. The purpose of the MOU is to provide a formal framework. In the past, it's always been on invitation. Now there will be a formal framework for the deployment of Fiji security personnel, including officers and other ranks of the Republic of Fiji military forces and the Fiji police force to assist the Solomon Island government when requested. The key provisions of the MOU include deployment mechanism, establishing procedures for official requests, clearance, and coordination between both governments, the scope of duties, outlining the roles and responsibilities of Fijian personnel, which are strictly non-political, non-interventionist, and focused on law enforcement support and public order. Rules of engagement, ensuring all deployed personnel operate under clearly defined legal and operational parameters, with full respect for the sovereignty and laws of the Solomon Islands. Logistics and welfare, arrangements for accommodation, transportation, insurance, and medical support during deployment. During the duration and withdrawal, flexibility for short-term or medium-term deployment based on the needs assessed jointly by both governments. Following the signing of the MOU, the Fiji government has begun operational preparation to ensure our readiness for deployment if and when a formal request is made. And that includes identifying and training a standby contingent of police and military personnel with expertise in community engagement and peacekeeping, conducting joint planning sessions with the Solomon Islands counterparts, ensuring legal compliance and international humanitarian standards are upheld during all phases of the deployment. And let me also stress that any deployment will be consensual, time-bound, and fully transparent, with regular reporting mechanisms and oversight to ensure accountability. Mr. Speaker, sir, this agreement reinforces Fiji's commitment to regional solidarity, consistent with the objective of the 2050 strategy for the Blue Pacific continent. It is consistent with Fiji's foreign policy priorities and reflects our unwavering commitment to the principles of good neighborliness and collective security under the Bigatawa and Boe declarations. It also aligned with our own national interest. A stable and peaceful region directly contributes to Fiji's economic security, mobility of our people, and strategic partnerships. This arrangement stands as a testament to the enduring and deep-rooted relationship between our two nations, one that transcends the bounds of formal diplomacy and is anchored in our shared Melanesian identity, our history, and our common destiny. It also reaffirms, Mr. Speaker, sir, our shared understanding, as articulated in the Ocean of Peace Declaration, that regional security is a collective responsibility, one we should shoulder not as isolated states, but as one Solwara, one seawater, one saltwater, bound, one people, bound by history, trust, and enduring mutual respect. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.